Good morning, everybody. It's Rogan. I'm lying on the bed the other direction, and I put my laptop back there too. Probably give away all my personal information if you zoom in, right? Really, the most prominent thing in this landscape is such on multiple levels. That fan that's not on back there, that's the part that matters. It's just too warm in here. My roommates don't like air conditioning, though. Have to learn. We're in Ohio. It feels kind of Tampa to me. I mean, yesterday I think it was in the mid 90s, high 90s. I didn't mind walking to work and washing dishes and walking home. I did feel the heat. It's pleasant enough. Everyone else around me seems to think it's the end of the world. And they're right. It is the end of the world. The beginning of the end. It's more like the middle part of the end. We already been through the exposition. Trying not to have another one of my weird coughing moments. I don't know how much of the medical troubles I went through last year ended up in these videos, but this problem with my lungs, with something growing in my lungs, is what they told me. It seems to be coming back. I have a lot to talk about, but the main thing is I keep trying to decide to stop talking, to self-silence. And I should not. That if these videos, I have to be guided by the understanding that if these videos of ever matter, things I say matter at all, to anyone in any context, now or afterwards, they'll actually matter more if I manage to follow through with the plan to end my life. It's really hard to keep watching movies. I'm an expert on movies. Being a movie critic and a filmmaker is what I was born to be. I can't even claim to have trained myself, really. I found and discovered and developed proclivities, strengths. But I don't care about movies at all now. I don't like my own work as a filmmaker, as a screenwriter, as an actor. It's just, I feel very firmly and confidently that it has all been a waste of time. But because it's a waste of time for me, does not necessarily require that the same thoughts and feelings be a waste of time for everyone else, or at least the same thoughts, if not feelings. You might still like movies. I would guess most people do. It's this weird, I don't like using this fashionable language. I don't want to claim undiagnosed trauma. But since last year and what led up to it, I can't even look directly at a comic book or a book. Looking at cute videos of cats makes me cry. I don't like making music or listening to myself play guitar and sing anymore. I'm trying to make myself start listening to music again. I bought decent speakers. Well, speaker singular, a bar. But the movies are the heart of the matter for me and always have been. Outside of living things, outside of people. Movies are the part that matters to me, or always have. Not now. I can't care about a movie, even if I'm watching a movie that's good. Even if I like it. That is to say, everything about the experience of watching it is enjoyable, except for the part where it's not. What's really disturbing is I'm not entirely alienated from the culture of movies and filmmaking and cinema. I can still tell which movies are good and how good they are. Except for the newest ones, but me being out of step with everyone else on that's always been the case. You guys always catch up to my opinions eventually. A couple of movies I had watched that I was going to talk about. Oh, good Lord. Did you hear how loud that was? That is probably somebody sending me a message. Gee. Gosh. Yeah, that is. Actually got a message from an old friend. Hi, Greg. That's cool. That's cool. See, somebody wondered what I'm up to. Somebody cares. It doesn't matter, actually. Nobody normally contacts me. It's my fault. I should reach out more. So yeah, I watched a couple of movies the other night that aren't bad. I've been talking for 7 minutes. But they don't matter to me. And that's the really disturbing thing. I'll come back to it in a separate video, because I watched some of The Return of Count Yorga, and I watched some of The Return of Temujin. They're both sequels to movies that are, they're worth talking about. I might just spend this video talking about those two movies. But I'm more distracted by how disturbed I am, by how cold I am toward any movie. And it's funny how much it parallels. Most of my life, I'm 53 years old, I think. I was born in 71. I was born in April of 71. I don't know what year it is now, 2024. I'm not counting. I think I'm 53. So The Return of Count Yorga is a low-budget vampire movie made in 1971. They used to show it on TV in Cincinnati on late-night TV regularly when I was a kid. Hey, cool. And it was one of my favorite movies. It was one of the first horror movies I really loved. I still have it weirdly memorized. It's one of those movies I started watching it again the other night. Every moment in it kept triggering deja vu. I haven't had a chance to see it. For whatever reason, The Return of Count Yorga has dropped out of distribution, mostly since I saw it when I was a kid. Like there's a Warner Archives edition. I don't know, but it was not easy to put your hands on this movie at all times. It's on Tubi right now. So I found that out. I just noticed that sort of accidentally. It was like, oh, cool. I'll sidetrack slightly from my itinerary. It's only slightly. It's on my 1971 list, and I'm in like 1966. Right? And I was going to say it's not bad. I wouldn't say that. It's not good. It's what it was when I was a kid. And I should just be nothing but psyched to see it. Nothing but happy and excited. It doesn't make sense that I can't enjoy it. And I watched, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes. Like I got to the part where it started getting interesting, and then I actually lost interest as soon as I was genuinely engaged, as soon as I was emotionally less than distant from the narrative in the movie. I wasn't. It's like an aversion response. I had the same thing with Return of Damagine too. It's like I've seen that before. Not bad. It's not a bad movie. It's not as good as Damagine. I got to where it started getting engaging. It's hard to even talk about. I can feel my brain sliding sideways against and away from where it should be when it comes to talking about movies. So I'm refusing to stop talking. And I'm going to refuse to stop talking about movies. I mean, I already am doing this some, but Jesus, I didn't know my glasses were doing that so much. I already am doing this some. I'm going to go forward like this is my job. Like I'm a paid reporter and I'm supposed to be making videos every day or almost every day about the movies I watch, and I'm supposed to be watching movies. Even just having access to those movies on this computer, it's not going to last much longer one way or another. There should be real joy in this for me. Making this giant list and being able to watch almost any movie that's on it. For so much of my life, I would have cared so much.